This video will show you how to review and approve form submissions. First, log into the Digital Academy using the link on your screen below. Once you have logged in, you will see your dashboard. If you have multiple roles at different schools or at the same school, then in the upper right corner, you will see a drop-down that has the name of the role and the name of the school. Click that and make sure that you select an administrator role at the school whose forms you are trying to review. You may also see roles that say Form Reviewer or Form Editor if you have been assigned specifically to the purpose of reviewing and editing forms. If you do not have multiple roles, you will not see this section and you don't need to worry about that piece. Once you have selected an administrator role, you should see 3 horizontal bars in the upper left corner. This is the admin menu. Click the admin menu and select Form Desk. You may not see all of the options that are currently on the screen, and you may see Form Desk twice. That is okay, both links go to the same place. When you get to the Form Desk, the first tab is the Overview tab. This shows all of the handouts that you currently have open. It shows the number of people it was handed out to and the number who have submitted. Number missing is the people who have not submitted. And if the form allows for the creation of new accounts like an enrollment or an application, it will show how many new accounts that you have. When a form is submitted, it is put into the pending review status. This means that you need to look at it and either approve it or deny it. This count shows how many are in pending review. If you deny a form, it goes back into the Require Resubmit status, and the user is asked to do it again. This shows how many are in that status. If you approve it, the form goes into the completed status, and this column shows that. To review submissions, click on the name of the form, or click the Submissions tab. Note that you may not see diocese-wide forms or system-wide forms in this area. In that case, simply go to the Submissions tab. On the Submissions tab, click the handout drop-down and pick the form that you want to review. This will show a summary area of how many forms are in the various statuses. As we indicated, pending review means they need to be reviewed by you. Not started means they haven't started it. Edit means the user has started the form but not submitted. These should not be reviewed as they have not officially been turned in by the user. If a form allows you to say that you're not returning or not participating, you will see that count here. There are 2 ways to review forms. You can do it online, or you can print them to a PDF and review them that way. To review them online, click the Review Forms button. By default, the handout that you are looking at will be selected, and you can go ahead and click Next. You will see the form in the center area, and you can either use the navigation on the left or you can scroll down to see all pages. Once you've reviewed the data, you can either mark it complete or click Requires Resubmit. If there is a problem with the data and you want the user to make a change, indicate the issue here and then click Requires Resubmit. An email will come up with the information that you entered. You can change the text of the email if you want, and then when you're done, click Send, and the user will get the email. The system will then automatically move on to the next account that's in the pending review status. If there is an issue, note it and hit Requires Resubmit. Otherwise, you can hit Mark Complete. If you're not ready to make a decision on this form, you can also click Skip and move on to the next form. Once you've reviewed all available forms, you'll get a notice that there are no more forms to review. You can also review forms by printing them all out. Click Handout Actions and then Print Export. Select Handout Pages, and there's a number of filter options. You could print specific pages from the handout. You could print it for specific grades, all forms submitted after a certain date, or any forms not printed by you. By default, though, it's going to print all pages of all forms in the pending review status. Note that if you want to print out forms that you've already marked complete, you will need to select the complete status as well. When you're done, go ahead and click Print, and it will generate and download a PDF with all of the forms. This process can take a little while, so you will see a progress bar that moves along your screen. You can work in other areas of the site at that time. You do not need to wait for the forms to finish processing. On every screen, you will also see this printer icon, and the printer icon will turn green when the form is done and it's ready to be downloaded. Simply click the printer icon, and then you can click the Download button to view your forms as a PDF. Once you have printed your forms to a PDF, you can go to the form list and select the forms that you want to approve or the ones that you want to require resubmit on. Check all the forms and then click Selected Submission Actions, Change Status for all selected. Pick the new status and then click Change Status. If the forms are okay, pick Complete. Otherwise, pick Requires Resubmission. Note that if you pick Requires Resubmission, you will need to type a note here. You can change the status, or you can change the status and send an email to everyone that you have selected. In this case, we'll just change the status. Note that if you want to select all forms, you can click the checkbox in the upper left corner to select everything that has been brought back by the search. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email support@digitalacademy.org or call 833-222-3359 during normal business hours. Thank you.